Hey guys, it's Zander here. Today we'll be going over a very popular melee weapon known as the EarSplitter. The EarSplitter is a spear schematic that could have been unlocked through the Radical Llamas that hold weapons from the Boombox series. These were available for a limited amount of time, but all the Boombox weapons have a unique perk where if you hit them twice with any Boombox weapon, melee weapon, or shooting them, it'll do a damage effect, practically a stunning effect. And then if it's a husk with a propane tank, the propane will actually be dropped, and that's one less explosion you have to worry about. We'll see what makes this one of the best melee weapons and save the world right now. Starting out with its practicality, it is a very useful support weapon because of its stamina drain ability, that being Sonic Pulse. When you slam the spear into the ground, you'll channel damage and you'll knock back nearby enemies, while also providing a temporary damage buff to you and your allies. This also stacks up to 4 times. Depending on how much stamina you have will determine how long you will be able to use this ability for. But one person having this is already, a blessing to have on your team. But a whole squad being able to do this, you would be able to, easily solo endurances, just using this melee weapon. But that point hasn't been proven, but that's just exaggeration. But it's still viable for objectives and clearing out objectives, killing enemies, and surprisingly enough for farming materials like from buildings. And it's a great source for wood, metal, and brick. And it's a melee weapon that you really don't have to combine with any hero. Any hero can really use this melee weapon. It's still viable no matter what hero you're using. But if you have the right perks for your hero, then it could be absolutely broken. You can double, if not triple, your time, depending on whether or not if you have the right hero for that role. This melee weapon is also good for any class or in any situation that you might be in. This can be a lifesaver for objectives or your teammates or even yourself. You also get to buff you and your teammates as well. This is also best used if a whole squad is running ear splitters. If you have one person running it, it's just fine, but if you have a whole team doing it, the area of effect damage and the dancing effect with the buff that you'll give your whole team is superior to nearly any melee weapon out that's been out for, 3 years now? And I don't see any melee weapon throwing it anytime soon unless we take a good look at the better melee weapons or the mythical melee weapons in that case in the future. For this melee weapon, I made it something because I want to maximize on the area of effect damage we'll be doing while slamming the spear into the ground. Starting out with our first perk, it's going to be heavy attack efficiency, which is going to cut our heavy attack cost in half, costing like 9 stamina every second, doubling our time practically, which is going to be a godly of a perk. It's a crutch perk, and this is one of the first perks that you should get with your reperk. Next up, we're going to it's entirely up to you. For me, I put in movement speed, but having damage isn't bad either. It's not that bad of an option. I just picked movement speed to help get to my location or the objective faster. The next perk I run is physical damage, although running energy isn't that bad of an option to choose from. Next we have impact damage, which will give us a higher chance of knocking back smashers and bigger enemies or propane tanks. That'll be it for today's video. If any of this helped you, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.